Hey, I'm Tghairr and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about how I became a full-time braider in only 6 months. I had to stop editing the video because it didn't take me 6 months, but when I'm recording this video, I actually thought it did. But when I got the receipts and I'm putting the clips into the video, it actually took me only 4 months to become a full-time braider doing all these tips. I just had to jump in and tell y'all that. So I'm gonna keep saying 6 months. It didn't take me 6 months. I just didn't know it happened that fast. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I did and how you can do it too. So the first thing that I did that helped me become a full-time braider in 6 months is I door dashed and did hair in the beginning of my journey. I know a lot of people have an ego or pride when it comes to doing certain things. I don't know. Even today, I don't have a lot of pride when it comes to putting my business out, posting content. I don't feel weird. If I have to work at Walmart while I build my clientele, that's what I'm gonna do. Everything is only temporary. I DoorDash after clients, before clients, between clients if I could. I DoorDash because DoorDash was so convenient. I still made my own hours, my own schedule. I was able to do it whenever I wanted to. If I wanted to do it weekends, if I wanted to do it weekdays, it didn't tie me down. And it was just like me working for myself because potentially I was. I loved how convenient it was for me. And it really made a big difference in becoming a full-time braider. Now you have Uber Eats, y'all have Instacart, you have Amazon Flex. You have so many other platforms where you can use as a side hustle while you build your clientele. Use these platforms. You have the apps where you could babysit dolls. You can babysit. Y'all, please think bigger. This is not for the long term, but this is something that helped me along the way become the full-time braider that I am today. I need you guys to use the things that are available to you. If you have a car that runs and it got some air in it or some heat while you run around and run these errands for people, I suggest doing it. Please. I just say do it. Figure out how you can get you a side hustle as well as do hair while you're trying to figure out what to do, how to do it, and building that momentum up because you need it. And I just refuse to go into another 9 to 5, so DoorDash worked wonders for me and I loved it. I loved it, but it had its just like anything else. So that was number one. The next thing that I did really cheap styles when I first started. And when I say cheap, I do mean cheap. I was doing small and extra small knots for $80 and $100. When I think about it now, that's pretty wild, but I don't regret it. It got my name out there. It got me so much practice. See, people think when they just jump in the game, they can charge what they see someone like me or other big braiders charge. It just doesn't work like that if you don't have the talent to back it up. And most time when you're just starting, even though you think you're really good, a lot of times you're not that good. Not as good as you always think you are if you haven't braided as a job before. If you haven't braided and continuously braided people's hair, you're probably not as good as you think you are. That's why I think doing cheap styles was the best thing ever. I wasn't a person who always did hair, so doing cheap styles got my name out there. It got me momentum. It made me learn about different clients, different hair types, textures, head size, parting, all of the things that you don't think about when it comes to braiding, because you really just think, I'm just gonna braid her hair. But then you have to worry about, oh my God, why this braid not fitting on her head? Like, why the braids not fitting? I'm doing the same amount of braids I did on the other girl. And then it's just like, whoa. Everything don't work on everybody. It's so much to learn that you haven't even thought about. Doing cheap styles and a whole bunch of people in the door first will really help you. So figure out what style you want to focus on first and what you want to charge for it. Doing cheaper styles will help get your name out there crazy. I was never an entrepreneur. I never did makeup, hair, none of the things. I wasn't known for doing hair. You want to get your name out there for doing hair, so when people bring your name up, they're like, okay, I heard of her. And they want to come to you as well. People never heard of you. They don't want to come to you because nobody's ever been to you. They had never seen your work. Who do you have vouching for you? You need those cheap clients. They're not only helping themselves, but they're helping you. They just don't know it because you're getting that practice in. Also, you being cheap, people always want something either cheap or free. That's a given. No matter where you are in life, people always want something cheap or free. That's just what it is. So with you being cheap, you're bound to get people to want to get their hair did because there's people out there that can't afford $100, $200, $300 and more braids. So when you get in the game charging $80 or less, people are going to come to you because everybody are not as blessed as others. And we have to always remember that. Just because $100 is nothing to me or you does not mean that's the same situation for someone else. And we have to always be grateful and remember that. You getting in the game and charging $50 for 4 braids and $65 for 6 braids, you're doing someone else a favor because you don't do horrible. You're just not, you know, that also helps them and help you. So I always encourage my girls, when you first get in the game, do some cheaper styles. Do a sale. That's how you get your name out there. That's how you get some clients in. That's how you get some practice in. Yes, when you go up gradually, you will lose them, but that's not what we're doing this for. We're doing this to practice, to get your name out there, and to build that momentum, that status, that name. Some people will stay and some people will go. That's just life. You will get new people that flock to you in your new tax bracket, and you're gonna be so happy that you did it. That's another one of the ways I became a full-time braider in only 6 months. And I did that until I was really, really good. The next thing that I did helped me become a full-time braider. I know we sick of hearing this tip, but I have to say it. I post it every day. So we already know that I DoorDashed, and we already know that I did hair for cheap. So me doing hair for cheap, that gave me a whole bunch of momentum, a whole bunch of people coming in because everybody wants something cheap, remember? The next thing that I did was I posted everybody's hair I did. It looked good to me. So whether it looked horrible or whether it looked great to someone else, it looked good to me. I posted every day. Didn't compare my work to someone that's been braiding 15 years. I only saw me. I still only see me. So post your work every day. I post my work every day, and I was only getting 1 to 5 likes, 5 to 10 likes at the most. I wasn't getting a lot of likes. You know what I was getting? I was still getting daily DMs. I was still getting people booking me daily. Because likes do not equate to bookings. I want y'all to know that followers don't equate to bookings. Likes do not equate to bookings. The only thing that equates to bookings is bookings. That's the only thing that equates to booking. And the only way people can book you is if they see what you're doing, if they see your work. So even with you charging cheap prices, those girls who are going to book with you, they need to see what your work look like for those $50, for those $80, because it's still their money. And if your work is pretty good, it don't have to be all da-da-da. If it's pretty good, they're going to come. In order for them to come, in order for them to know to come in this day and age, I need you to post. I need you to post every day. Post your work from the side, from the front. Or you know what? Since we in the beginning, post the best side. Post the best angle. If you don't look that good on the other side, just post the good side. Post the good side. Post the good side. We're not going to post the side that's a little crooked. No, we're going to post the good side. That is what's going to get you clients. Posting on your Instagram and your Facebook. We don't care if people like it or not. A lot of times when you first start, the people that you know and love don't support you. I don't know why. Please don't ask me why. I don't know. I really don't. But your dreams are bigger than them. They don't have to see the dream. It's not for them. It's for us. It's for you. So post the work. Post it. The next thing that I did was I showed up on time. Sounds easy, but I know a lot of y'all say y'all will be late to y'all own funeral. Don't do that. I even tell my girls this today, even if you're a top-notch braider, showing up on time, especially in this day and age where everybody complains about stylists, braiders, showing up on time shows your client that you respect them so much. You respect their time. Don't be the type of person that has this 20-minute, 10-minute grace period. You're always an hour, 2 hours late. Don't be that person that's always late. I'll tell you one thing that I know for sure. I've always been a person that cared about people's time, and especially my own time. If I don't care about nobody else's time, I care about my own time. And my clients will tell you and vouch, Ty is not late. Ty do not miss no days unless it's really an emergency. Another thing about showing up on time is going to always make you stand out. It's always make you stand out from the bunch. And with so many other people doing what we already do, you want to stand out to clients. When you stand out, they're going to vouch for you, tell other people about you, because I already know all these other girls be late. All these other girls don't care about my time. So when you stand out, you're making it easy for them to return to you. Be that person, because a big part of me quitting DoorDash and quitting my job, being able to become a full-time braider, was because the clients that came back to me. If you're not retaining your clients, all this is useless. You have to learn exactly how to retain your client. Watch my last video on how you can get your clients obsessed with you. Those are a couple of the things that I do to help retain my clientele. I always ensure that they're going to come back to me. So watch that video after you finish with this one. But please make sure that you're prioritizing being on time and treating your business like a business from the beginning, because the last thing that I did to help me quit my job and have faith. Having faith believing, trusting the process. All of those things are not a cliche. They're so true. If you don't believe in you, this won't work. None of the tips will work because you're gonna move off fear. You're not gonna move off like this gonna work. This gonna work. You have to know. And I can't make you believe. Mama can't make you believe. Granny, sister, brother, cousin. You have to believe you're going to be a full-time braider. Whatever goal you have set out, whether it's to be a content creator, whether it's to make a YouTube channel, being a full-time nurse. I don't care what your goal is. If you don't believe it with your full heart, it just won't work. Really believe and manifest all of your dreams. They're right there. I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me too, because I've moved off fear before. Sometimes I still do. But we cannot let fear hold us back. Fear is just a feeling and it's not real. We have to go after everything we want. Not just pray, not just manifest, but do the work. Because faith without work is dead. We already know that. That's the last tip that I can give you guys, is really have faith that you can become the full-time hairstylist braider that you dream of being. It's not out of reach. I never had did hair before. I never was a braider. I never was a stylist. It never crossed my mind. And in March 2020, by the time it was July 2020, it was either July or August of 2020, 3 to 5 young ladies wanted me to work in their salons, in their shop. And I ended up working in one of their shops. And everything else is history. I became a full-time braider in only 6 months. Let's do a recap on everything that we went over. 1, I door dashed and I did hair. So I door dashed as a side hustle. 2, I did cheap styles until I got really good and really comfortable at them. 3, I posted every day, whether I got 1 like, 3 likes, 5 likes. 4, I showed up on time just like it was my job. And 5, I had faith. I believed, I manifested, I prayed. But I hope you enjoyed these tips. I hope you implement all these tips. If y'all liked this video, make sure you leave a like. It really helps push my content out to someone else that needs this video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below if these tips help you. I'm Tghairr. Until next time.